You gotta move in a little. We're live. We're fucking live. Guess what it is? It's the
Freaky Nanner Show!
Live. We've been doing lives just to save time because we're always in a hurry now. But we're trying to get as much content out as we can. And this is an episode we like to call Live and Pissed Off. Because a lot of things have happened.
Yeah.
And we're pissed about it.
Especially Kitty.
Oh, yeah, look at her kitty, her face. His face. He's a professor. Professor.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back for sure. And we got, it's unofficial, of course, but let's see this Equinox blend of Stellum Bourbon, 117.26 proof. Yeah, powerful stuff, but to be honest, it's worth about 1/3 of what I paid for. It'll smell a little corky.
That's alcohol.
Alcohol. So I'll give it a little
whoop.
It definitely got some power.
A little.
Mr. Jathoni in one setting, he can go ahead and suck on it.
I think I will.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. Feel that burn? You feel that burn?
Yeah.
That's the proof. It's about almost 3 times what you normally get in regular old $20 bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry about my beard. Nothing's been taken care of today. Oh, this might be a shirt I wore in a different episode. Who the fuck knows? Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
I don't have any time to wear. I do have the old Tocalichi.
Mm-hmm. I have a Tocalichi hat too, but mine's in the trunk of my car. And it's drenched in a dead hooker blood.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't cleaned it yet. I forgot it was in there when I threw the last one in. I was like, shit. Right when I did it, I looked, and she was already leaking all over the hat, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah. You can still wear it, but you just can't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm going to wash it.
Yeah.
There
it is.
There he is. He's already back.
I'm going to try. I already cussed, I think, a couple times. But I'm going to try to keep it clean for a few minutes here so we can kind of regurgitate before we go into the pissed off moments.
Uh-huh.
And I got a timer right here. It doesn't matter if we get any followers. We don't give a crap right now. That's not the point. We're just making content. We're going to get it out, and get people listening to us.
Just trying to bleach that butthole.
And that is one thing I want to say. I think that'll waste time is please, there's a lot of you out there. We've gotten up to 36 subscribers on our account.
Mm-hmm.
And we need a lot more than that because you need I think 2,000. You need 2,000 likes or something, just a trend. So, and how many likes have we gotten? Maybe 3 on a video or something. So, obviously, comment, obviously, subscribe. If you got any friends, just tell them. All you got to do is watch, I think 3 minutes of one video after you subscribe, and you're subscribed for life. So even if they get the notifications, they can turn the notifications off, whatever, and just subscribe. Get as many people as you can. If 5 of you get 5 people to go, that's another 25 subscribers. 25 plus 36, that's 61 subscribers. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
If we get up to 61 and then just branch out, you just do the math. You do 5 here, 5 there, 5 there, 5 there, 5 there, 5 there, 5 there. All of a sudden, we're just it just branches out and goes in a million places.
Yeah.
And we wanted to acknowledge our buddy Steve-O for liking my video on my freaking Instagram account. Or not my video, my picture. But we did find out who the culprit was. I thought it was old Raga Freaky over here that left me the note, but it wasn't. Because he was maybe supposed to come to where I was at, but it was actually someone that has been on the podcast chatting before, Jesse Kono.
Oh.
Yes. Another big fan of John Stamos, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag John Stamos. We always got to bring that up because he gets mad if we don't talk about how great he is, and he's great.
He is pretty great.
he's the greatest I've ever seen.
Remember when John Stamos came and he brought like that baguette and we were like, what are you gonna do with that baguette? And he like had like all this like garlic and he had like Italian like the olive oil and anyway he made like the best like homemade garlic bread like right then and it was crazy.
He had this weird, I don't know where he got it from. It was like these perfect fucking shavings of pastrami.
Yeah.
And it felt like it came straight from Italy.
Yeah, it was crazy,
just
man.
Like that shit melted in your mouth. I don't know how he does it.
John, you gotta bring some more of that. Come on.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, we get lonely every once in a while. We just have to have some John Stamos.
Uh-huh.
Without John Stamos, I don't know what I would do with my life.
I know.
All right, I do have a question.
Oh, okay.
Did you watch the new Halloween yet?
No, I've only watched the first. I only watched the first Halloween, but we can still talk about it. I don't care. I've already heard the whole thing.
Okay. Because we got Roy behind us,
mm-hmm.
so that inspired me to talk about it, which is it's not bad. It's not.
Which is funny because a lot of people told me it was horrible,
yeah.
And I was like, you know what? If most people think it's horrible, Nanner will probably like it.
Yeah,
because that's usually how it goes. Because our minds are more sophisticated for horror than the average human being.
Like Halloween Kills was awful. Like the first 15 or 20 minutes of it was pretty good, but then the rest of the movie's stupid. Like it just doesn't. I'll go back to this. I've said it. I don't know. I might have said it on the podcast, but you don't have a whole bunch of people chase down an old guy that's like 5 foot tall and say that he's the guy killing everybody.
Yeah.
When it's a gigantic dude murdering people in good shape.
Yeah.
Even if you thought there was a possibility that could happen, it still doesn't fit the profile at all. There's no chance.
Yeah.
That ruined the whole movie right there.
It's not right.
Just that. And then I've said this before, and I know for sure on the podcast. Stop. No one gives a fuck about anybody's face.
No.
Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do the faces.
Yep.
And then the second one, thank God, got rid of the faces thing. But it just had a weird aspect. It was kind of like Roy, where you didn't know who the killer was. So you were trying to guess. You know, like, because, I mean, you thought it was the Jason thing. You thought it was Jason, but then it turns out at the end that it wasn't Jason. But this one, you're not sure what's going on because you see he's going crazy and he's tortured and people are picking on him and he gets his ass beat, but he ends up somehow finding Michael Myers in like an underground tunnel. And Michael Myers pulls him out after he gets his ass kicked or some shit. And then he brings him down there and you don't know if it's real or if he's imagining it until the end. And then, so basically it's interesting. It's worth watching. It's different. Got a different vibe. You don't know what's going on. A little bit of a mystery. They make it somewhat interesting. And I wouldn't say that it's a good way to end Halloween, but at least they did something.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know. It's funny because like I don't necessarily like when they just keep making sequels and sequels and sequels and sequels of horror movies, but I don't like it when it shows the bad guy die. Like I'm kind of bummed out that it's just over now. I don't know. I always liked the horror movies where like at the end it kind of shows them that they're not dead yet, and
the fact that he died the way he did at the end, like that's the bad part of the movie is the end. Like it doesn't make any sense. You got a lady, I don't know how old she actually is. She's got to be 65 probably or something. But then you got a man, picks her up, throws her across the kitchen at her age, and she just gets up and still fights him like it's nothing. Like that can't happen. It's impossible unless she's like the buffest motherfucker ever. And I think we went through that with Terminator 2. That was a buff bitch, and she got her ass kicked by the Terminator. Oh yeah.
Another movie that I watched not long ago, it was a while ago, it was like 6 months ago, was the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix, and I liked that. I liked
parts of it.
The story
cracked me up when they're all like trying to hide inside of the fucking.
I'll just say this: the reason why I liked it so much, one, it had lots of killing, and I just liked that when they just started like, whatever, we're just gonna kill everything. I like that, and then two, the kind of people that they showed get all killed were the kind of people I fucking hate. I hate those fucking people. And then I guess three, I didn't have three set up yet, but then I just thought, part three is at the end, they did exactly what I like when you think he's dead, and then he comes and he's like, I'm not dead, haha, and then he kills the last person that you fucking hate, and you're like, yes.
Yeah, they definitely made the characters terrible, and that was worth watching them get killed.
It's definitely
my favorite. That is my favorite part of the whole thing, is when he just walks into they got like a mobile home trailer thing where people
the bus
are in, or whatever it is, and then he just goes in and nobody can escape. They're all just piled in. He's just like, the guy goes in the bathroom and he's like,
I mean, it definitely doesn't make sense for his age and shit, but I don't care.
The actual movie doesn't make any sense.
No, and then Texas Chainsaw 3D with Alexander Daddario. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That movie has good parts in it too, but I don't know if there was stuff about that movie I didn't like either.
Well, same thing.
I didn't like how at the end he was like, I didn't like how like she was like, get him, cousin. Like at the end, like she just instantly like within seconds from being terrified of him, like isn't all they're like best friends. And she's like, get him, cousin. And I'm like, the hell?
I will give Alexander Daddario 5 thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. I remember when we saw that movie, I think the maddest I was about the movie was it was rated R, and they get so far to show her boobs, and then at the end they don't show her boobs, and I'm like, what?
And that was before we even knew a whole lot about her.
Yeah, we were so excited we were going to get to see her boobs, and then at the end it didn't show her boobs, and we were so sad.
But eventually we did.
Yeah. We
just
watched that clip over and over again.
Yes. Still rewatching it to this day. Every few months I have to go back and be like, oh yeah, I gotta check that out. Every few months. What is it like to be Woody Harrelson? Anyways.
He's probably like after they filmed that part of the show, I feel like any life he lives after that is just bonus life.
Yeah.
Like he's already lived as much as he needs to. Now every minute after that, he's just like, this is bonus life. Like,
and he's had other instances too, but no, that wasn't him though. But I think his wife. Oh no, that was a different season. Never mind. I'm thinking something totally different. Another season of the same show with Alexander Daddario getting naked. It was who the hell was it? Colin Farrell and somebody else. Colin Farrell and somebody, anyways. But then there's that other chick from the Heartbreak Kid. She's in it, and he bangs his friend's wife in the kitchen. But you don't see a whole lot. You just see her booty.
Oh,
and it was a good scene though. It was, they tried to make it a little hot like they did.
Woody Harrelson's basically one of the few people I can think of who like he has lived like a very full and flavorful life. Like he's like had every aspect of any kind of thing you could think of that you'd want to have.
He's done the Black Ghetto type movie, where he was white boys can't jump, white men can't jump, and he did the fucking completely 1,000% white TV show for many years. Cheers, and then he goes on. He does Marvel movies. He was fucking Carnage. He was Crazy Man and
Natural Born
Planet of the Apes, Natural Born Killers. So he was a psycho killer.
His dad was an actual killer.
Yeah, and I mean, everything you could think of. He's been like a police officer in movies. He's been like like a money guy for No Country for Old Men when
he got Will Smith's eyes.
with
It's
the
like
cowboy
8
hat.
pounds.
He got Twinkies in Zombieland. He was in Zombie Movie.
Mm-hmm. Plus, just look at this. Just look at this. See this?
And he was in the movie with Bill Murray.
Just look at that.
I mean, just being in the movie with Bill Murray.
Just look at this. See?
Probably a career
Just look.
career path you want. Oh, look at that.
Just look.
Oh, look at that kitty. Look at that kitty.
Oh, he just made a snoo noise. He's a full of love.
Oh, yeah.
His tail looks like an elephant tail. He's part elephant.
Elephants, no.
I shaved his hair because he was getting all these little dreadlocks on him. That's why I shaved him like that.
Clumpy, causing problems, chewing on himself.
He's just a naughty boy. He's a bad kitty.
Bad old kitty. That's just how kitties are.
There's a bad old kitty.
Oh, bad. Yeah, and that's a stupid thing. That's one thing that pisses me off. We can start going on a little bit of pissed off. Is we got a new lady at work recently, and she looks like there was a lady at work, and she's fine. Something weird about her, but I worked with her at another job, and then I went to this job, and she happened to be working there too. So I saw her again, and then she's a little weird. But the thing is, she's got gross teeth. She's old, not built specifically too well, and kind of weird. And then this girl, almost as her, I thought the other girl quit because she got promoted at her other job, but she is still there. And so this girl, I thought originally replaced her, but she's doing the work of the lady that fills up my carts at work. And she's not very intelligent, but I hear all the time. Since she's been there, she's told me about her cat, 2 of her cats dying. And she showed me pictures of them, and every day she's telling me all her problems. And I just want to work and get out of there. And I'm like, get out of here. And she's got almost no teeth, but she's got the ones that are just dangling.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't be there. You can just whip out and just get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
And she's old and annoying and not very smart.
She wants to be your special friend.
Yeah, she talks about shit like, oh, I had a job at Pepsi, whatever.
Yeah, I won't get
I had a job at Pepsi driving trucks. I know what driving trucks like. But you don't work there anymore. So something happened.
Yeah.
The thing is that your brain doesn't work. That's what the problem is. You can't count. And I see that every day because you don't know how to count the donuts. I can't say donuts. Well, pretend I didn't say that.
Well, we don't know.
Whatever
don't know
I do for a job.
Could be Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. Might be Dunkin' Donuts.
Could be all kinds of different donut places.
Sorry, my brain's on firing on 30,608 cylinders.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Plus, our souls are just not real.
Well, there's a battle going on. Jesus is out there. He's tugging our souls. We're not trying real hard. And the devil's down there. He's got a good grip on them.
But even then.
But then there's somebody in the middle. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's John Stamos. Maybe it's the life force of George Carlin. I don't know. But there's a little pool going real hard, just trying to keep us in here.
Plus, what is real anyway?
Yeah. What is real?
Is this really real? Is this right now happening?
Is this piece of my finger really there?
Like, we only exist in this body for a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
What's the purpose?
Blink of an eye. Blink of an eye.
What is the purpose? And then we're going back to the cosmos again.
Mm-hmm.
What is the purpose?
We're just expanding with the
It's
universe.
kind of like a commercial break between between whatever else is going on.
It's not even a real commercial. It's like one of those YouTube commercial breaks where you can skip it after 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's just this is just such a beep between whatever else is going on.
Yeah.
Like we're just here for why? What are we doing?
I'm still under the impression that the real reason we're here
is to make plastic.
Yeah. No, the real reason we're here has nothing to do with us. That we're just a continuum of things down the chain. And we think that we're here. We think that we're here and the universe is around us.
Yeah.
But really, we're more like
We're just passing the torch.
we're like this tiny little thing that we don't even know exists.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him together right now, if we were looking at it from a microscope from an alien perspective or thing above was looking down at us, he wouldn't see anything.
Yeah.
There's just two things going.
Sneh, sneh.
And he'd be like, what the hell is that little dot? Is my lungs dirty?
Yeah, it's just crazy to think about. One day you're gonna be dead, and
Oh, you too.
yeah,
You're dead too.
mm-hmm. You're gonna be dead.
Don't
And
say
then
you're not.
What's gonna happen after you die, huh?
Well, unfortunately, because you and most people don't think that they're special, you're going to get embalmed, and then your body's just going to be sitting in the fucking ground forever for no reason.
Yeah. Why do you people waste money? Okay, they waste the money. They take your body. Okay, they take your body, and they're gonna go. You go in the morgue or and then they suck all your blood out. Then they replace it with a chemical to keep you from rotting. Now, for a little bit, I kind of get it because they want you to not stink when they're viewing you. Then they go even further than that, and they're like, "We're gonna put you in a box. Then we're gonna take that box and put it in a cement box, and we're gonna bury you." And then we're going to mark you with a stone so that maybe for 15 years, people will visit you.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, whoever was visiting you will definitely either be dead too, or they're just going to not care.
Yeah.
And
move away or whatever happens.
Yeah. Like why? The whole reason this all began to begin with, nobody used to get buried until there was the plague and diseases. Then they would bury the dead because they didn't want the disease to get spread. Yeah. And they had to bury them deep enough so animals didn't pull them back out because they would.
And then they would eat the animals.
Yeah.
The animals would eat things.
And then they would mark the graves with stones because there were so many people dying, they didn't have time to mourn. So they would put the stones there so they could go back and mourn them later because they didn't have time when they died to do that. And that's where that all began. But now it doesn't make any sense.
Plague took out, I think, something like 90% of the population.
Yeah, now it's just a business.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with anything else.
Nothing to do with anybody. And the people that are there aren't even professionals.
Yeah. It's just a business. That's all it is. It doesn't matter. None of it matters.
Then they pretend they're all godly, too. And they bring out the fucking Bible and read to you.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
And then, I'll tell you this, too. I'm going to tell you right now. If there was an afterlife and I did die and you did all that crap to me and then buried me and stuff, I'm not going to be waiting around like, hope somebody comes and visits me.
I'm just laying here dead. I'm just
going to sit at my tombstone and wait for people to come visit me.
That's one of the stories that I keep getting told by that lady is that she keeps telling me that all these cats are waking her up in the middle of the night. She can't sleep, and their spirits are still around because they got unfinished business. They don't know they're dead, and they're running around and doing
What is their unfinished business?
I don't know. She's crazy. She said, I think that's what happens to regular people, too, is they got unfinished business. They just
wake up, bitch. That mouse I was going to kill the other day, it's out there. It's out there, bitch. Wake up, get that mouse.
Yeah. It's like, man, I can't believe I died in my sleep. I was just about to make that good lasagna. I can't make the lasagna now. Gotta go get the noodles. I can't even go nowhere. I'm stuck here. How am I gonna get the noodles?
Hey, wake up, bitch. Wake up. You know that cat that's been walking outside that I've been meowing at? It's out there. Scurry away. Scurry away.
It's like, I meant to replace the light bulb in the shed, but I just couldn't do it, and I died. So I'm just gonna stand out here all day, every day, trying to replace this damn light outside.
You know that vase that you got on the table? I was going to knock it down and break it, but I couldn't because I died. You better go break it or I'll haunt your ass.
Break that shit. So do you know that? So you know that pair of socks I really like? I'm going to keep throwing them on the floor. Every time you do the laundry, I'm just going to throw those bitches on the floor. So you're going to know I'm here because I really love those socks. I'm going to stay around just long enough to throw them socks right back on the floor.
Throw them on the floor.
Throw them.
And then there's Otto Felicio. Hello, my name is Otto Felicio.
Otto Felicio.
I make myself happy. I don't need you to make me happy. I make myself feel good.
No one needs anybody anymore.
Hello, class of 2008. My name is Otto Felicio, and I'm a motivational speaker. I'm here to tell you that you don't only need nobody to make you feel special, make you feel good. You make yourself feel good.
You're making yourself feel good. All you need one thing. That's a longer penis. You just have a longer penis and you just reach it down there.
Excuse me, Mr. Felicio. Mr. Felicio, that's not what we thought you were going to talk about today. Please, can you leave the stage? No, I'm going to tell them. I can make myself happy. No woman can make me happy as I can make it myself. See, I'll take
Get off of the stage, you woman. You're not making me happy. This is what I'm up here talking about.
I take my big old gabagoo and I put it like this, and I gabagoo. I get my gabagoo all over my face. Oh,
the red meat, the gabagoo all over my sandwich. I like the extra protein. Oh, that is a good story. The backlash, it's already started. The movie hasn't even come out yet, I don't think.
What?
The Mario movie. Chris Pratt as Mario.
Oh, no. You mean an Italian person's not going to do the voice?
No.
What?
That's crazy.
Oh, you mean the guy that originally did the Mario the voice, that doesn't even want to do the voice? They're not going to make him do the voice?
No.
What the hell?
What are we going to do? You're going to watch a Mario movie and he's like, oh, I'm Chris Pratt. I'm jumping on mushrooms. Chris Pratt.
I will say it's not surprising that Chris Pratt's doing the voice. He would not be my first choice to do the voice, but I understand why they're picking him because he's popular right now. I don't really care that he's doing the voice. I really don't. It doesn't bother me.
The truth is that the movie is probably awful anyways.
Who knows? It's got Jack Black doing Bowser's voice. And I mean, I like Jack Black. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So I don't know. I'm not gonna go to movies to see it, but like if it's on whatever streaming thing and I can watch it, I'll watch it because I like Mario.
I'll do one Bowser push-up.
Hey, it can't be worse. It can't be worse than Dennis Hopper and John Leguizamo and Bob. Yeah. But I will say I like that movie. It's horrible, but I like it. It's horrible. It's
the Goombas with the tiny heads.
It's a terrible. It's a terrible, terrible movie, but I like it. Just like the Double Dragon movie and the Street Fighter movie they came out with.
Street Fighter, that was so hard.
Mortal Kombat.
But had Raul Julia on it.
All those movies back in the 90s, I like all those movies. They're horrible.
They were like, let's find a blonde-headed guy who goes, Sonic, boom! Oh, brown-haired Jean-Claude Van Damme for France to do an American guy.
Yeah.
With blonde hair. Like, Jean-Claude Van Damme. We'll just put him in a movie.
He's the only person that can do a roundhouse kick that's white.
Yeah.
Who's white can do a roundhouse kick? Oh, we've got Jean-Claude Van Damme and we've got Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris just has red hair. Oh, man, we can't do that. It's impossible. Or we could just use hair dye. It doesn't even have to be permanent. Just fucking put some fucking white, yellow shit in his fucking hair. Oh.
I don't know.
So weird.
You know what was the most disappointing part of that movie, though? Street Fighter wasn't that. It was. I loved Blanca. Blanca was my favorite, and they fucking did him wrong. Hey, someone's watching us.
Oh yeah, who's watching?
Hello.
Who's watching?
Hello.
Who's watching?
Hello there, faithful watcher.
It's not your birthday. I guarantee you, it's not your birthday.
Welcome, faithful watcher. Who might you be? Speak you.
Yeah, this is the Freaky Nanner Show. You must present yourself.
Say you, weary traveler. We are here to entertain you.
If it's Dave, I just want to say that, guess what, Dave? Detroit Lions beat the Fudge Packers today. They beat them. It wasn't a great game. I didn't watch it, but they beat them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, back to the Blanca thing, though. They really fucked up Blanca. Like, in the game, he was like badass, and almost all kids wanted to play Blanca. And he was like, "Did experiment on me." Yeah. And did they even make him fight at all? I don't think he did.
I don't think so. I think he just like escapes. Like he gets out, and then people see him, and then he like just gets.
Doesn't he like kill himself? Doesn't he like sacrifice himself or something?
Shit. I can't remember.
I don't know, but it looked bad. It was horrible. They should have just made like
the Bruce Banner from the original Hulk was better than that.
Yeah, they should have totally just used like animatronics or something, and not even used like a person in makeup, and just like made like this animatronic like monster looking thing, kind of like what they did with Goro.
Then,
you know?
Yeah, and then they tried to do Street Fighter 2, the Chun-Li story. And they didn't even get a super hot girl to be Chun-Li, and that's the reason why anybody used the character Chun-Li is because when you're a kid, you wanted to see her thick ass thighs kicking people and shit.
Yeah, and her leg would go, blah, 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 and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, and then they just ruin that too. I don't know.
It's not right.
Just don't make video game movies. It's mostly the moral of the story.
Yeah.
We need to know. Just type if you got. I don't know.
What say you, weary traveler? What say you to us, watcher or one watcher? Don't be shy. Tell us what you would like to say.
Yeah.
Anything.
We're live for a short time. Just a short time. Just a short time today. Our video, well, it'll be decent, but not that long. Because new Pawpaw hasn't had any sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Pop.
He needs sleep too.
I will need to go to sleep eventually because I'm a lightweight when it comes to sleepy nannies. This Nanner, new Pawpaw, he can run out a good hour, 2, of sleep and be good. But Pop, he needs at least a good solid 5.
Mm-hmm.
He can't run on less than 5. If he does, he gets angry.
Yeah, I'll get sometimes. Well, what happened last time I worked was I went to bed. I don't even know what time, but I had to get up, take the old lady, Brett Mina. How dare you call me weird? I thought we were a friend, Freaky.
Oh, I see who this is. My very good coworker. Yeah, you are my friend.
Somebody from the workspace.
Welcome, weary traveler.
Yes.
Welcome. We appreciate your viewing.
Yes. You've been graced now with the presence of Nanner.
And Freaky.
New Pawpaw. And look, Stimpy. Oh, joy. Yeah. Stimpy's the best.
Stimpy doesn't say that to just anybody.
No.
You must be very special.
And again, we have to reiterate this now that somebody new is watching.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've got 2 friends in the world. Not
share
counting this one.
Share and share.
Tell them just watch 3 minutes of our show and hit subscribe.
Yeah.
And then just hit like at the same time. Just go boop, boop. And then that's it. Boom.
And then you might just actually have, instead of 1 in 258 million chance of winning the lottery, you might have a 1 in
257.
Yeah. 256
million.
Something like that. You might have a better chance.
Yeah.
Like,
It might just happen.
Yeah, it could happen. You don't know. Man,
I don't know. I haven't looked up, but I didn't buy any tickets because I forgot and fell asleep.
I bought tickets last night.
$1.6 billion.
I bought tickets.
Yeah, I bought them before.
Yeah.
But I bought them on my phone.
Yeah.
And then turned out, guess how many numbers I hit? I bought 5 tickets, $10.
0.
Exactly.
Yeah. Last night I bought my tickets. I did my ritualistic sacrifice that I usually do.
Yeah.
I went downtown and I got that one hooker I've been watching.
Oh yeah.
What was her name? Sylvia.
Yeah.
I got her and brought her out to Conklin, and I sacrificed her, and then I had sex with her decapitated body right through the throat hole, just like it was said. And
and then he come out like this.
Yeah, and $24. You owe me snackies. You get me some snackies with that.
Yeah.
Snacks. Anyway, had sex with a decapitated body. And I don't think I forgot much else. I had eaten my ritualistic Fruity Pebbles. I didn't even get the generic kind. I got the real Fruity Pebble kind.
That's cool.
And then I took the lottery ticket and I put it by my nose and I went like this 3 times. And I dipped it in the blood. I dipped it in the blood and I rubbed it on my body while I masturbated. And I put it underneath my bed and underneath my pillow. And I thought for sure when I woke up, I would see that I won.
Yeah.
And
as long as you can scan the barcode.
Yeah. And no, I didn't win.
Jeez.
So I don't know what that means.
I mean, I couldn't do that. I bought the stupid tickets online because I just didn't have time or don't even want to go to the store, to be honest. But I was going to do that today and I fell asleep. Well, yesterday, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So now, because that didn't work, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. Pray to God?
Or you just hope that you're really close to whoever did win the lottery, and then you find out that they won the lottery, and then you kill them.
Yeah.
You got to eat them entirely, though, and use every part of the body so that they can't figure out what it is.
And then wear their skin as a suit so that you can pretend you're them.
Yeah. You can do that too.
And then you're like, hello, I'm here to claim my prize. I'm here to claim my prize. It's me. I swear it. I went down to the store and got it. You remember me when I bought it yesterday? Then the lady's like,
what you say, honey?
What
you say?
Daddy?
You gonna give me something good? Oh well. If you want a idol, come on, give me something good.
You only spend $10 in here. You're gonna need to spend a little more for your big old mama.
Come on,
remember what you did for me last Tuesday?
Give me
You're gonna have
something
to do
good.
that again.
Give me something good. Come on.
You're gonna have to get that tongue a little longer this time.
You got to work out like wicked Cupids. Make a dance on my pussy like wicked Cupids.
Get a little that sweet bad juice on you.
Let's pretend with your tongue.
Give me your sweet juice.
Come on. Hold it.
Oh, yeah. Just a little burner. Just a little burner.
That's the rhythm. That's the rhythm. That's the rhythm.
yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Schnackies are a necessary thing.
Yeah.
I know the best schnacky. What is the best schnacky? We've never talked about what the best schnacky is.
The best snack?
Schnacky.
Schnacky? I would have to say wingy.
Yeah, that's a yum though.
Oh.
We need a schnacky.
I don't know. I don't really schnacky a lot.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not much of a chip guy.
I mean, I love chips. That's why I don't buy them, because I'll eat too many chips.
Not much of a chip guy. Well, when I'm at work, I eat Uncrustables, PBJs. I like those. I don't feel like I'm eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich when I eat those. I like Nutty Buddies. What else do I snack on? What do I snack on, Watcher? Tell us.
Watcher, you watching us?
Watcher of the show, tell me what I snack on.
Do you feel like a normal man just watching us?
I eat egg rolls. I like egg rolls.
Yeah, egg rolls are cool.
Egg rolls are pretty tasty.
Pretty tasty, huh?
And if you're Asian,
you like
then
to
you
eat
can
that?
if you're Asian, then you can go up to another Asian girl and go, "Oh, you're a very nice lady. You
egg roll.
Come and taste on my egg roll.
I got a very big egg roll.
Let me dip my egg roll in your sweet and sour sauce.
Let me put it in your duck sauce.
You come in here. Let me dip.
You let me dip my egg roll deep in your. Yo, duka sauce.
Those pig and blanket things. Ah, yes. I do like a
the
good pig in a
breakfast
blanket.
ones.
Yeah, and mini corn dogs.
I don't
Ooh.
like the breakfast ones. They give me a tummy ache, and I don't eat them.
I do like a mini corn dog.
But I do. I haven't been there in a long time, but that J&H Family Store.
Yeah.
J&H
That's where I get my snacks.
Family Store.
That's where I get my snacky.
I love. They haven't had them in a long time, so I stopped going there. But the actual biscuit, sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich.
They have that
That's
at the one by
best.
my work, but not all the time.
Yeah, they change it out for the muffin. I don't like the muffin.
I don't like the muffin either. And
the croissant is awful.
I was telling our watcher here, I believe, I don't know if he remembers, but I wanted to slice up a bunch of hot dogs and then make cornbread and then put the hot dogs in the cornbread mix and then bake it. So it's like a cornbread cake.
Yeah.
Or no, corn dog cake.
Corn dog.
Yeah, corn dog cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be
Oh,
good.
yeah.
And then you could make one like that and then make another one with like little chunks of jalapeno in there too. Ooh, that'd be kind of good.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, that, just a little bit of sharp cheddar cheese too.
Yeah. Nom nom.
Yum, yum.
Yum yum.
Yum, yum. We got to get the yum, yum.
Yeah, there you go. That's the ticket.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Not 7. I mean,
Yeah.
not 6.
You know,
7.
you ever hear of 6 minute abs? Well, I'm gonna come out with 7.
You ever heard of 8 minute abs?
Oh yeah, 8 minute. You ever hear of 8 minute
8
abs?
minute abs.
I'm gonna come out with 7 minute abs. Just think about it. You go to the video store and you see 8 minute abs
You see 7 minute
right
abs.
next to it. So
We
which one?
guarantee as good a workout as the 8 minute.
Yes. And what are you gonna pick? You're gonna pick the 8 minute abs or the 7 minute abs? You're gonna pick the 7 minute abs.
And if you're not satisfied with the first 7 minutes, we'll throw you the extra minute for free.
Yeah.
And that's the angle we're coming at.
Yeah. But what if we come out with a 6 minute ab?
6.
6.
Who's
Who's gonna get a workout in 6 minutes? 7. That's the ticket. 7 ducks sitting in a row. 6 minute abs. Who even?
I'm just getting itchy in here.
If you don't know what we're talking about something about Mary. It's a very good movie. It's got Ben Stiller and it's got Cameron Diaz before she got all old looking.
Super hot Cameron Diaz, but skinny hot.
Nanner,
the hottest of all.
Yeah. Nanner and I, we went and saw something about Mary together at the movie theaters in hopes of seeing Cameron Diaz's boobies. And it's
you
funny.
Didn't see him.
No, you see like a side boob.
You get side boob and you get a lot of see-through boob.
Yeah. But I will say this is really funny. It's almost like they knew that a lot of guys were going to go there to see the boobs. So they did this joke where they had, right at the moment when you think you're going to see her boobs, they had this old lady with these giant, nasty, wrinkly old boobs. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
And it gets out the big
binoculars. Yeah. We were so sad.
And it had what was his name? Matt Dillon.
Yeah, Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon had been in Wild Things, so you were thinking Matt Dillon, big titties, you're gonna see titties. Blah, blah, blah.
It was so sad.
Close.
There was many a movie Nanner and I had seen together in hopes of seeing breastises.
Yeah.
And one
Gift.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
going to say.
did send Ryan with me to go see The Gift.
We went and saw The Gift.
Because I had gotten some news in my ear somehow.
Yeah, Katie Holmes.
Yeah.
And she did not disappoint.
No.
And then later that night, after we saw the movie, we stayed at a nice Motel 6 with Nanner's mom and Nanner's mom's boyfriend. And Nanner's mom didn't want to pay for 2 beds in the room, so we had to make 2 beds out of 1 bed. And in the process, we found a crack pipe. It was magical. We didn't even get the mattress part. We got the box spring, I think.
No, I don't even think did we end up staying there?
Yeah.
Because I know we went up to the front and told them about the crack.
Yeah, we stayed. We had to sleep on the box spring.
That was cool.
It was magical. It was great.
I had a lot of those times, so it's hard to remember. When I was in hotels and shit and sleeping in cars.
I'm making the glare. There's like a glare, and I'm making it
Yeah.
purposely go on my eyes, so I look like I'm like a vampire
Crazed
or something. Like,
Dahmer.
hey, you want a beer? You want a brisket?
Hey, you want a bird?
Said you can leave after we watch the movie. We're gonna watch the movie first. Put your head on.
Oh, that's a good thing to talk about. I've been watching the new televised version of Interview with the Vampire.
Oh yeah, how was that? Does it have more gay in it?
A lot more gay,
Yeah, I figured.
but it's not bad. They changed a lot of stuff, so it's hard to keep track of what's actually going on because you're waiting for certain stuff to happen. You're like, how are they going to do this?
Mhm.
How are they going to do this? And it just doesn't happen, so it's all weird. Like they make Claudia 14 years old instead of being a little kid, so she's like in between sexualized and
Yeah,
not sexualized.
I seen what she looks like.
And obviously, the main character's the black dude from Game of Thrones, the Worm.
Yeah,
He had no dick in that. In this one, he used his dick in guys mostly. And then Lestat. I like Lestat, the character. He's good, but I just don't. I think the whole point of the show is to not go too deep into Lestat. So they kind of keep him guarded off. They don't explain a whole lot to him. And they haven't gotten to a lot of the stuff about it, but they also advanced it. So I think the show starts in like 1909 or 1910 rather than in the 1800s because they wanted to incorporate being black and the jazz boom in Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
So it's got its good parts and it's got its bad parts. But it's interesting. It's worth watching. It's not awesome. It's not bad. It's in between. It's good.
Okay, I'll give it a chance.
At least the acting is mostly good, except for once they introduce Claudia, that first episode where they introduce her into a lot of bad acting for a minute. Then it gets better.
Okay, all right. You know, one movie I just rewatched, I watched two movies, the same movie, different versions, back to back, and it solidified my opinion. It solidified my opinion that between Let Me In and Let the Right One In, Let the Right One In is way better.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying Let Me In's bad.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's good, but Let the Right One In is just way more gory and brutal.
Cool.
And it just makes more sense.
And they have a new series, I think it's on Showtime too, about that. I think it's foreign, but it's dubbed or something. Let's Let the Right One In. So I do want to watch that somehow. I'm going to figure out how to watch it because I think it's on Showtime.
In the American version, Let Me In. Well, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's basically about a little boy who's kind of a loser back in the 80s. And he doesn't really have much of a family or anything. And he becomes friends with his neighbor who's a little girl, and she's also a vampire. Yeah. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
and then her caretaker happens to die during the thing.
Yeah.
I won't tell you how or why, but that involves that boy.
Yeah.
So then you see what happens.
Like the relationship.
You get like an arcing story, and you understand what's going to happen. It's cool.
But throughout the movie, in both sides, there's different victims, and like it just makes more sense than the German version. I think it's German or Swedish.
Swedish.
That one makes more sense as to like why like I don't know, like they're in the Swedish version, it's like the people that are the antagonists of the vampire are more personal because of what happens to the victims, and in the American version, it's basically a cop that's the only antagonist, and
they kind of almost dub everything out in the American version except for the relationship between the boy and the girl.
Yeah, they changed like the victims almost completely. Like the victims in the American version are people that live in the apartment complex of him, and in the German version, they're more like people just from the town. Like, and they're all kind of related to it, not related, but they know each other. They all go to the bar together, and and they kind of figure out what's going on with the vampire towards the end. But I don't know. It's way cooler. Ooh, we've got 2 viewers.
Ooh.
What say you, second viewer?
Who's second view?
Welcome, weary traveler.
Oh, we got a like. We got a like.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. I'll do it this way, like the like. See. Ooh.
Hey, you're blocking my handsome face.
Fuck that face. Yeah, we need to know who's here. Oh, 2 likes. We got 2 likes.
Look at this.
Keep liking. That's what helps.
Look at these
And
eyes.
comments help, of course.
Just look at that. Just look at that.
Oh, look at that. Okay. I can eat it. I can
Love
eat
him.
it. Oh.
Just love him. Mhm. He likes it when we do things like
Yeah.
that.
You can eat a whole kitty.
Oh, hit kitty.
It's a little crunchy at first, but you can eat it.
Chompo num nums. Chompo.
When you get that juice, that sweet, sweet kitty juice. Oh, yeah.
We're not talking
nothing
about
better.
pussy juice either.
No.
Did you know that that's just pee? It's true. And I'll tell you, man,
Kind of. Yeah,
I've had it in my mouth
it is
and I
kind of.
pretended to like it because I didn't think it was pee. But now looking back, it was pee. It's not good.
It's like, I mean, it's not exactly the same thing as pee, but it's close. It comes from the same hole. Kind of a weird.
Yeah. I'll say I'm not going to let it happen again.
No.
No. Nope.
But that's the sad thing. That's kind of what you're trying to achieve. But then at the same time, it's
Yeah.
like,
Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen?
you want it to happen 100%?
I don't know. I guess that's the same as like women with us
Yeah.
in a way. Like they try to act like they like it, but do they?
No.
Nah, they just want us to give
Well,
them.
they act like they like it for like 6 months.
Yeah. Sometimes, or a lot of times less than that. You're lucky if you get 6 months.
Yeah. If it's sparingly, like you see each other every couple of weeks or something, then it's 6 months for sure.
Mhm.
But then after that, it's like, what? What do you want? You
Yeah.
want that?
They laugh like it's a joke. You're so funny, but seriously, what do you want,
And it's
babe?
usually like, happy birthday. That's what you get.
Yeah.
It's like, happy birthday for, but, well, not a full thing, just happy birthday, kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes you just got to make them do it.
Yeah. You just grab their hair.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Just go, get it.
but then it depends on how gaggy they are.
I was just telling one of our watchers here the other day, I was watching Ralphie May, and he was making me laugh. I miss Ralphie May.
Oh, yeah.
And he was talking about how he was like, girls, I'm telling you, don't you look up when you're down there. When you're down there, don't look up.
Because
up,
look on
because
your
we're going to
face.
look like that. He's like, we look weird. We look creepy. Don't do it. He's like, you're probably wondering,
My
why?
holes too.
How am I supposed to know if you're liking it? You're going to know if we like it when you make that. Get down to that every time, and you're going to know we're liking it. Every time, you just got to keep hitting it. We're going to like it. I was like, bless your heart, Ralphie, man.
Ralphie. Oh, Ralphie. I'm trying to think of what was it? Something that reminded me of totally. No, I can't remember. I've lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. And we're pissed off. Okay. I did want to get into this.
Oh, yeah. Here it comes.
All right.
It's coming.
Nanner is pissed off. I just want people to know. I guarantee nobody that has anything to do with this, we lost all our viewers, so you're not even going to hear this. But somebody is. And I just want everybody to know that I try to be funny. If I go online, I use my funny phone.
Uh-huh.
I go online and I post things, anything. It's to be funny. I want to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I take some goofy photos of stupid shit. And sometimes I could take a picture of you, maybe, whoever you are, take you, put you in a weird position. It's not going to be too bad, but it's going to be funny to me. And then I'm going to post that. And when I post that, I don't care who calls me, who tells me, who gives a fuck about any of it. It's there. I'm not going to take it down. I'm not going to take it down.
Mm-mm.
I did it for a reason.
Mhm.
I'm not going to apologize.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad about it. It's just done. Period.
Yeah.
End of story.
That's
And
right.
I don't care. The fucking army could come and shoot me to death. I don't care. It's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't going to get my fucking password because my password's really long.
Fifi. Yeah.
Kofifi.
Yep. Just to make long story short, Nanner here posted a picture he thought was going to be real funny and everybody was going to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was going to think it's real funny. And for a minute, it brought a lot of joy.
Yeah.
It did. But then some fuckface seen the picture and they thought, that make me feel bad.
And within
And they didn't
5 minutes of me posting,
Then they didn't even tell Nanner they
No.
didn't like it. They told someone else to tell Nanner.
Mhm.
And
those people can call me. They have my number. It's right here.
not that it really will help though.
It won't help. I'll just be like, yeah, I hear you, but I don't care.
Yeah.
And then I'll hang up.
No.
And, well, I'll explain why. I'll be like, well, that's just what I wanted to post. It doesn't mean anything. Read it. It doesn't say anything bad. It's funny. That's it. Sorry.
That's like that
That's
one
how it
time when I
goes.
was driving down the road and I seen this real bad accident and there's this old lady hanging out halfway and her titty was kind of hanging out like when she was
he
out the
went by
window.
real slow
So
and he just
I
jiggled
got out and I took a selfie with her tit in my hand.
Yeah. He just
And
jiggled it.
you know, like that, and I posted it all on Facebook, and her family was all crying, like, post that picture of my dead mom with your hand, her titty in your hand, and I was like, bitch, quit being selfish. This is making everybody happy, and you're being selfish trying to make it about you. This is about me and my friends, and we all think it's funny.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, this really happened though in real life. You can look up the picture. Go look it up. It's I just had his name, Al Franken from Saturday Night Live. He was the governor of I don't remember, Montana or some shit. He was the governor, but a picture came out of him. He wasn't doing anything. They were on a plane, and there was a girl sleeping, and he went like this. All he did is go like this. He didn't even touch her boobs. You can see on the picture that he's not touching her. And he had to quit his fucking job as governor of whatever state it was. I don't even remember what state. I think in Minnesota. I don't know. But still, you get canceled for that. For that. It's a joke. He's not feeling her boobs.
no.
He's not pulling her boobs out. He's not doing it. It's just a joke. He's a comedian. What the fuck do you want him to do? Is he going to just spend the rest of his time? I'm governor.
He's Richard Smalley.
Yeah. There's lots of fucking people. What did he say?
I'm not, or I'm something, and darn it, people
Darn
love
it,
me.
people like me.
Like me.
Some shit.
Yeah, something. I don't know. You know what we
Stuart
mean,
Smalley.
though. Stuart Smalley.
Stuart.
Something like that. Yeah. Oh.
Don't buy this when it comes out next year.
Hey.
It's good, it's fine. But for a bourbon, the price tag on this is a little high. If you can guess how much it is, I'll send you this last sip. Just put it in the comment here. There's only one of you, so just put what you think this costs in the comment here. And, if you get it right, I'll send the rest to you via. There's a person that can travel it right too.
Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna want it though, but
I mean, it's good. It's fine.
it's just not fine for what it costs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we're saying.
This should be. I got some other stuff in there that cost exactly the same price as this. It's twice as good.
He's looking it up online.
It probably is. Yeah. Don't
Hey,
cheat.
no
No
cheating.
cheating.
Hey.
Taking too long.
Yeah, you're looking it up online.
That's why the Free Beer and Hot Wings show had to change their format.
Yep.
So you can't fucking cheat.
I was listening when that happened.
I played that game and I didn't cheat. You can watch me on there.
Yeah.
You can go back and watch.
I was listening the day when that guy cheated. I was listening that day. I was pissed.
Oh god, you can hear me.
Yeah. And he kept saying, oh, that's okay. I hope it's good food.
Yeah.
Our listener, he got up and he got food. And we completely understand we're not going to curse anybody.
It's not food though. I understand.
Yum yum.
Food. It's either yum yum or pood.
Mm-hmm.
When I make Booba his pood.
For future reference, we won't talk down to anybody, any of our watchers, if they have to momentarily get up to get sustenance. Yeah. We are respectful of needing nourishment. Sometimes, buffalo chicken and Spanish rice.
That sounds not too bad.
Now, I will say this.
I wouldn't do the buffalo.
Yeah, I'm not a big buffalo fan, but I know that a lot of people are, and I respect that. It's probably good, but I don't really like buffalo because I don't like the vinegary taste. But yeah,
plus it's a little, the flavor is more powerful than the actual spice. So you skip over the good part and you kind of do this thing where you get that, like he's talking about, like that vinegary poof in your mouth. But
I have seldom have had some buffalo things I did like. But
the Arby's $1.19 sliders, those are good. The buffalo sliders, those are good.
I don't think I've had one. Oh,
but the buffalo sandwich there sucks ass.
No, I can't remember where it was at. It might have been Arby's. I know I've told our listener this, and I might have told you this, and that just shows how pissed off I am about it. There was a moment when I was hungry, and I was on my lunch break, and I went to a drive-through at a restaurant. I don't remember which one, and I ordered a burger or a roast beef sandwich of some sort. And to my dismay, when I opened up my fucking order, it was a buffalo chicken sandwich. Now, not only was it a buffalo chicken sandwich, but it was dripping with buffalo sauce. Like this thing, whoever had really ordered it was like, I just want to drink my sandwich. Mm-hmm. And this thing
sounds like Arby's.
So I had to literally, I'm starving and I didn't have time to go back and get my right order. So I take the patty out and I just took the bread and I just scraped as much sauce as I could off this thing. And it's deep fried. So the breading is just soaking up all that sauce. And I've just got this thing and I'm cussing at myself. Fuck, I'm so hungry. Bitches.
It just reminds me of.
I'm just like eating this thing, cursing them. And I'm so hungry. And then luckily I still had some fries. So I had fries and I had to get that to get the taste out.
It reminds me of when I was in Lansing delivering stuff for my work. I was in there, I was starving to death, and I was sitting at this place, and I was kitty corner across the street was can't remember what it was, if it was Hungry Howie's or it was Mancino, it was something along those lines. Anyways, so I was like, fuck. I was like, I don't want to go over there and order it and wait for it, so I'll just order it here. I'll go on my phone, I'll order it, and then I'll go pick it up. And I put on there that I wanted, it was basically like a steak and cheese sandwich, but instead of mushrooms, I wanted jalapenos, and I put on there, no mushrooms, extra jalapenos. I want a shit ton of jalapenos. So I order that, I get over there, I pick it up 15 minutes later, and this is wasting time that I didn't really have, because when I work, I just work. I don't like to sit and have lunch or anything. And I go and I pick it up, and I was so hungry. And then I open the motherfucker up. Guess what? Mushrooms! And shit tons of mushrooms, and I do not like mushrooms at all. But I was fucking starving. I ate that motherfucker.
You ate the mushrooms too?
Yes. Didn't pick one mushroom off.
And if you know anything about Nanner, he hates mushrooms, so he must have been hungry.
Yes, I ate it.
Did the mushrooms take you over?
They sucked.
Does the fungus live inside you now?
It ruined the sandwich.
See, I'm the opposite. I love mushrooms. I love the taste of them. But Nanner, he doesn't. And plus, the mushrooms he believes they're going to take over his body.
Well, not necessarily that. I think that mushrooms are aliens. That's part of the alien race.
Well, it's funny that you say that because I watch this. There's a channel that my girlfriend rents. It's kind of like Netflix and all that, but the streaming channel, what they do. You little fun guy. I get it, fungi.
I'm a fun guy.
Yeah, you're just silly there. I see what you did. Anyway, my girlfriend, she pays for the streaming service, and it
New
talks
Haiti. Haiti.
And they do these shows about like all kinds of stuff. A lot of the stuff is stuff that like Joe Rogan talks about. Anyway, one thing that they talk about is they do believe, these people that are talking about it anyway, they believe that mushrooms are intelligent, and the reason why mushrooms cause you to hallucinate is
they're sending you to that other dimension.
Yeah. they're like they want you to eat them, and so they can like.
But they also have other properties. Some mushrooms can kill you,
Yeah.
and some mushrooms are just for flavor. So
Yeah.
they got different races of mushrooms that have different goals.
Yeah.
They
Murderous
grow different
mushrooms.
things. Yeah.
Ooh, murderous mushroom. I should draw a picture of a mushroom with a
Oh,
knife.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
You draw. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Like you draw the mushroom, and you got the tree, and then you got the guy above. But under the ground, you got like you show all these veins and the tree limbs and stuff. But underneath, like a fucking warrior with fucking knives and shit. He's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you."
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, have you ever watched that movie, The Northman? Did you? Oh, didn't you go to take Cole to see that?
Maybe. Which one is it?
It's like it's got one of the Skarsgård brothers in it, or Sarsgaard brothers, or something. Anyway,
I'll try to remember.
Oh no, you know what? That was our it was Scott that was telling me about that. Anyway, there's a movie. There's a movie called The Northman, and I like it, but it's a really long movie.
The good-looking Skarsgård or the skinny, ugly Skarsgård?
It's not the one from I forget.
Barbarian.
It's not the one from It. It's
Barbarian. The new movie.
He's Eric. It's the guy that plays Eric in True Blood.
True Blood. No, that's the good-looking Skarsgård.
Okay, yeah. He's the main character in The Northman. And The Northman is a good movie. It's just really long, and it's kind of a slow movie. But anyway, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because one way he ends up getting revenge against this village that he's fighting is he takes mushrooms and he puts it in the stew that they're eating, and the mushrooms are hallucinogenic, and so like they all start hallucinating, and he's just going through the village like killing everybody, and they're all like, oh, and they don't know what's going on because they're hallucinating. He's just killing everybody, and I'm like, yes, yes.
I stole that idea. I think it's been shown that the Vikings were high on mushrooms all the time.
Yeah,
and the Vikings get high on mushrooms. Thing that when you're high on a hallucinogenic is that you don't fear death, so it helps make it easier to kill a bunch of people and not worry about dying.
Yeah. So
they were high on mushrooms.
When I took shrooms,
I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I like it, but every time I've taken it, I've only taken it 2 times, but both times I've taken it, it's been 2 different outcomes. Yeah, the first time I took it, I believed that I was dead. I thought that I was like a ghost, and I guess I didn't fear death at all. And then the second time was when we were at the Carnival of Chaos, and you were there, but you were somewhere else.
I was busy, almost getting my dick sucked by a dude.
Yeah. Which we should talk about that in a minute.
We did talk about it. On the
podcast, did
we? I can rehash it a little bit.
But anyway, when I took it that time, it was more like what you said, where like I didn't fear death, where like I felt almost like godlike. I felt like really big, and I felt like I was looking down on everything from far away. Like I saw this fire, and I wasn't far from the fire. I was only like 10, 15 feet away, but it looked like it was a town or a village burning. And like there was these embers flying around the fire, and I thought they were like demons flying around burning the village. And I felt like I was like this god above the village, controlling it and watching it. And I felt like so powerful. And it was just crazy. It's an STD. What's an STD?
Sexually transmitted disease.
What is?
I don't know what exactly. Something else.
Shrooms?
But anyways, yeah, while they were off doing that, because I think I talked about this on the podcast before, but basically with Carnival Chaos, it's in it's like a dune buggy racetrack type thing.
I got you.
Fire. Okay, yeah. But anyways, like a dune buggy racetrack type thing, and they converted it into stages, and they had bands playing, a bunch of heavy metal rock bands.
It's like Woodstock kind of, but metal.
Yeah, and so they have all kinds of things. There's girls get their tits painted and they walk around with their tits out, painted like watermelons, or
Some good, some bad.
some gross ones with like ladybugs and they're like flappy little weird things. And there's good looking girls, and there's you wake up in the morning and there's one girl that was hot like 2 years ago, but this time she's out there disgusting. She's like,
You boys never seen a vagina before.
vagina. Every year we
Like
get
trailer trash
weird
Tammy.
shit like that, and then people jumping from trees, all kinds of stuff. We're dressed as Michael Myers, Jason, walking around doing all kinds of stuff. People hanging from hooks. There's midgets there fighting. There's midgets there with their tits out, stripping. There's all kinds of stuff. Midgets wrestling, all this stuff. Anyways, usually the time I went before, me, him, and my brother went together, and we were selling stuff. So we had a booth. So we were like, friendly with all the booth people more than anything. And then at the end of the night, we'd go out. But this time I went, this was like the second to last year they did it or something. I don't know, maybe the last year. Anyways, I went with him. Didn't have anybody else. And he had all his friends there. So I was kind of the third wheel, fifth wheel, eighth wheel, whatever it was. And I felt like that. So I was like, well, I'll just go off on my own. Whatever. I'll let them fuck around. I feel weird because most of his friends are like little babies. I was too aggressive.
They were what you would expect. What would you would call now a liberal?
Yeah.
They were the typical liberal type.
They're at a rock concert, a heavy metal concert.
But they were very sensitive.
Sensitive, yeah.
Sensitive folk.
So, anyways, I go out and there's midget wrestling or whatever. And midget guys like pulling the girls' tits out on the midget wrestling stage.
I remember.
And I'm like, oh, that's cool, yeah. And there's this guy that just happens to be next to me. And he's cheering it on. So I'm like, cool, yeah, that's cool. And then for some reason or another, anyways, I start to go to the next thing, or we're walking to the next thing that's going on. And he starts talking to me and stuff. Oh, he's talking, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, hey, you want a beer? I'm like, cool. He's got beers with him. He gives me a beer and drink a beer with him, whatever. It's early in the day. So one thing turns into another. Basically spend that whole day with him. And then later on in the day, it's a funny story, I like to say, because he was on like a weird trip. Could have been the mushrooms, I don't know. His ex-girlfriend was there, and we were such a weird situation. Like I brought my camera, and I was taking pictures of everything. And then his ex-girlfriend was on the stage doing a wet T-shirt contest, and I was taking pictures of everything. And somehow or another, it was like a miracle. He was upset that she was there, and they were having problems. And as she was taking her top off, my camera dies. And so I didn't get a picture of her, and I was pissed off. I was like, damn it. But the guy was with me still the whole time. He's cheering, and the girls are there's girls licking each other's VJ, whatever you want to call it, and all kinds of stuff going on the stage. My camera's dead, and I missed the part, and I wanted the picture just because he was being such a bitch that day. So that was my whole goal. And then it pissed me off. So anyways, so then I had no reason to go back to camp, whatever. We hung out. We went to these other people's campments, and he knew these people. And he started finally telling me stuff about them. He's like, oh, yeah, they call me Video Rob or whatever. I make these videos. I record concerts. I do baseball games and shit and all this. You can go online and find me, blah, 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 whatever. I was like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, I know these people. And I don't know who the people were. And we hung out. And these people were like, who the fuck is that guy after a while? And I was like, just here with him. I don't know. And then because they were giving me beer and shit. And then they were like, you can't stay here. And like, actually, how about you eat this nasty shit off my grill, and then I'll let you stay here or something.
I don't remember that. You told me that.
They like get this charred ass piece of, I don't know what it was. I put it in my mouth, ate it, and I was like, all right. They were like, yeah, he's cool, okay. And then so they were giving me beer, and they finally wore down. It was super late, like probably, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Who knows? But then we go to his place, and it's not far. He's got his own he's got a truck, and then he's got a tent up or whatever. And he's like, I got to air up my mattress or whatever. And he goes and he plugs his thing in his truck, and he's airing it up, and I'm just sitting there in the chair. And we're pretty much out of beers at this point, so I'm kind of just sitting there. And then he airs up his mattress, comes back, and sits next to me for a while. And as I'm sitting there, I just have this weird feeling. Like we're not talking. And I just have this weird feeling like I feel like he's like staring at me weird. And I'm like, I swear to God, if this motherfucker asks me something weird, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. And literally not within 10, 15 seconds of me thinking that, his face is like this to me, leaning towards me. And I'm like, so he's like this. And I'm like, well, we're like this close to each other. And he's like this. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, would you let me suck your dick in my tongue? Or so, I can't remember exactly how he put it, but he's like, he wanted to suck my dick. And I just looked down like, no. And I was like, just trying to figure out what I was going to do. So I laid back like this. I'm just looking at the sky like, what the fuck am I going to do? I'm like, no. He's like, okay. And I think he might have asked me, like, are you sure? Or something after that. I can't remember 100%. It's been so many years. But then, so I'm just sitting there real uncomfortable, and I don't know what to do. And I look back at him, and he's still kind of staring at me a little bit like, you can tell he's kind of uncomfortable, but at the same time, he's like hoping that I'll change my mind. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, I think I'm going to go to bed. And then I get up, and the motherfucker follows me. He gets up, follows me all around the camp. He doesn't know where I'm at, so I'm doing fucking loops. And I just want to go to bed. I know right where my camp is, so I go, and then I hit the fucking urinals, and I fucking go piss in one of the urinals. And I'm like trying to take just a little bit longer, so maybe he'll be gone. And I open it. No, he's still there. So I just keep going around. I'm trying to make it slow, but I know he's not going to stop following. So finally, I get to the camp, and everybody else is sleeping. I could tell in there. And I kind of go around the camp. I don't want them to know exactly where I'm at, but I kind of stop. And then I think I sat down in one of our chairs or something, and sat there for a few minutes. And finally, after a while, he left, and then I could fucking go in my thing.
It was like the sun was coming up at that point. And
I
don't think we ended up sleeping. I think because I never went to sleep because the whole time you were doing that, I was tripping on shrooms and following my ex-girlfriend around because I didn't want her to sleep with anybody. Like, I don't know how she escaped and did the wet t-shirt contest because I was on her like the whole night because I didn't want her slutting around.
She did the same move that I did on somehow.
But it was crazy. It was a crazy time. So there you go. That's when Nanner almost got his pee-pee sucked by a bear, by a gay bear.
A little short gay bear.
Yeah.
I don't really remember what he looked like. I'm pretty sure he had glasses. He was really short. Normal. I don't know.
I remember he had a goatee.
Maybe, yeah.
I just remember I was happy because on my side of it, we had beer to split, and I was keeping track of how much beer I had left, and I had run out probably around 8 o'clock at night, 8 or 9.
And I wasn't drinking the beer.
Yeah, and I'm like, look, as I'm paying attention to how much beer I had, I'm seeing Nanner's beer is not disappearing in the cooler, so I'm getting worried. So then when I found Nanner and I asked him if he was getting beer and stuff, he was like, yeah. So I just started drinking his beer, and I was happy because I was like, I'm getting more beer. But then when he wasn't coming back in the morning, I started to get really worried, and I'm like, what happened to my Nanner?
What happened to that Nanner, man?
That night, also, I became friends with an imaginary crab named Glenn. I'm not joking. I'm walking, and I see these frat boys, and they're saying, hey, bro, come here. You want to smoke with Glenn? And I'm like, who's Glenn? And they're like, come here. And they got this crab, and the crab's got a little joint in his hand. I'm not joking. In his little claw. And the crab's going like this. And they're like, come here, come smoke. And so the crab, it's like a little crab like this big. He goes like this, and he brings it to me, and I put it in my mouth, and I smoked it. And then we hung out for a minute, and I kept wandering, and something in my brain somehow manifested this crab, but like big. like a person, and his name was Glenn. And for the rest of the night, me and Glenn were like having a night out on like the whole thing. And then like as the day started to break, I started to realize Glenn wasn't real, and I got really sad. Like it was like my friend. I lost a friend because I realized Glenn was like the whole time was like a figment of my imagination.
You know, it was awesome when I went to Tennessee. I went to Ripley's, believe it or not.
Yeah, I went there too.
The aquarium, they had these giant Asian crabs. They were funny because they were super fucking tall. They were like
the snow crabs, the Asian spider crabs.
Yeah, spider crabs.
The Asian spider crabs.
They were like 3 feet tall, and it was kind of funny because they would sit on their butt. Like some of them sat on their butt like they were just sitting and chilling. But they had these long ass arms, and they were all creepy, and Tiffany was all creeped out by them, so that was funny. So
yeah,
they were cool. So
those are cool. They're creepy though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know what's weird is I've always had like arachnophobia, but as I've gotten older, the big spiders that most people would be more afraid of, those are less scary to me. And then the really small spiders, those aren't scary to me either. It's like the medium-sized ones.
The weird spiders. I just don't like the jumping spiders. It's not the spider that scares me at all. It's just the idea that the spider's going to jump on me and I can't find them. I think that's what freaks me out.
I never had arachnophobia until the movie Arachnophobia came out, which is ironic, and with Jeff Daniels back in the 90s. And
Michigan Man.
Yeah, Escanaba. And
in the moonlight.
Yeah. The one, and then the guy killed it. Our watcher, he's just talking about one time we seen a spider at a job site, and it was big. I got a video of it. It was probably about that big, and it was slow crawling. And I pointed it out to this guy that was working there, and the guy smashed it with his foot. I wasn't going to kill it because it wasn't in the house. It was like in the garage.
I don't think anybody's seen this yet. It's not a spider,
but
I was getting gas.
Real quick though, because of that movie Arachnophobia, I'm not joking. For probably from 1992 until 2003, 2004, every time I would take a shit on a toilet, every single time I had to lift up the toilet seat and check underneath the toilet seat to make sure no spiders were there.
I never had that.
Because I was scared a spider was going to bite my ass and kill me.
My thing weird with me is spiders is, like I said, I'm not even scared of spiders. I see a spider, I'll murder that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. I'll murder it. Like I was here trying to do the live podcast with Joe Monger, the one that fucked up, and there was a fucking orb spider right in my face.
Oh, above the fence?
Yeah. And that doesn't bother me. I knew it was there. I just didn't want to get it in my face.
Yeah.
But same thing. I've seen spiders. Whatever. I'm not scared of spiders. I'm not even scared of them being on me. They've been on, especially when they land on me and I see them.
Yeah.
I'm more calm than anything. And then I'm like, murder.
Yeah.
Like that's my thing. What I don't like is just the chance that I don't see them jump on me.
I don't like the ones that are like, yeah.
Yeah, the ones that jump and there's like wood.
The ones
spiders,
with the big fat butts,
furry wood spiders that run real super fast.
Yeah, the ones with the big fat butts with the little legs and stuff. Those ones don't bother me because like they're just like. But the ones that are like, those ones scare me. Like the arachnophobia
trapdoor spiders.
Yeah,
I've seen those, and I went out. There was a trapdoor spider and wood spiders at my apartment years ago. Before it was after my son was born. So it was like 20 years ago. And these were new apartments, but under our slab of concrete that was outside of our back slider door, there was a spider that would come out. You make a little noise by it, and it'd come out and go like this, and it'd try to attack whatever it is. If it hears any noise, so I bought a oven cleaner, and I went out. First, I saw a spider on my door, and I sprayed that, but it fucking took the paint off the door. So I was like, fuck.
Oh!
And then I was spraying out in there trying to kill that spider, and I was spraying the grass. I was spraying grass and shit. Killing
Everything's
other bugs.
melting everywhere.
Yeah, the grass all turned white everywhere I sprayed. It was fucked up. It was funny as hell. But yeah, I used to. This doesn't happen to me anymore, I don't think. But I did. The house I lived before the place I do now was like it didn't have a basement. It was out in the woods.
That. Yeah.
And there was definitely spiders everywhere, and I knew it. And I would drink. I was drinking like natural ices a lot at the time, so I drink like 4 natural ices and pass out. And there's many times I wake up in the middle of the night and I'd be wide awake, but I swear to God there'd be a spider dangling right in front of my face, and I wake up like that all the time, probably like at least once every couple of weeks. And I'd swear, and I'd just sit there and stare at the spider, and I'm like, "What the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do?" And then eventually I'd take my blanket or my pillow or something. I go, like, smash it.
You go,
and I'd do that, and then I'd be like, fuck, I think I got it. And there was no spider.
Yeah.
There was never any spider. This would be like a 45-minute process at least. And I'd turn on the light, and I'd have to look everywhere. There's never a spider. But it was just a thing.
Now, because I made the chimp noise, it made me remember. Nanner and I have been talking. Now, everybody knows the lottery's been going up, and it's up to 1.9 now. $1.9 billion. And I'm going to tell you right now,
there's a lot of chimps.
Me and Nanner, we got a plan. If we win that $1.9 billion, we're going to make ourselves a nice little arena. Yeah, with a B, capital B. We're going to make ourselves an arena, and we're going to have chimps. And I know what you're saying. Don't make the chimps battle.
We would never do that.
We're going to make them attack the people.
Yes.
We're going to have people in the arena. The chimps, they're going to be dressed like people in people clothes.
The people are going to be naked.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to have their nuts dangling so that the chimps can rip the nuts.
And we're also going to have chimpanzee butlers and maids. And we're going to have chimpanzees dressed as like famous people. Like we're going to have a Leonardo DiCaprio chimp.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a Samuel L. Jackson chimp from Pulp Fiction.
There's going to be like a Bruce Lee chimp.
Chimpanzee Hunger Games. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you the chimps will win. And we're going to have a chimp army, and we're going to take over all types of stuff with these chimps.
My favorite idea of all time is just I'm going to have a work truck. It's going to be like, it's going to say something like, I don't know, some lame-ass name like Delta Rebuilders or something or whatever. And then there'll be people that call us. And we'll be in the phone book as like an auto repair shop. And people get pulled over on the side of the road. They're going to call us and we'll be like, oh, yeah, we'll be there in 20 minutes. And we get there and I'm driving. And I'm like, all right, they'll take care of it. I'll get up and I'll open the side door and the thing, and just a bunch of chimps that come out with tools, big ass metal tools. I don't know what's going to happen, but they're not going to fix the car. They're going to fuck somebody up. And I'll be like, and then they'll all be like, go back in the truck, all normal, and then I give them a bunch of food.
Dude, wouldn't it be funny if we just filled like 2 giant U-Haul trucks full of chimps, and we would just go to towns and just let them go, and then at the end we'd wait like
a barrel of monkeys.
Yeah,
we get those big blue plastic barrels.
Yeah,
and we just cover them, but there's like 5 monkeys stuck inside of them. We just roll the barrel down.
And we just do it to towns, and then at the end we just have them all come back in, and we just leave. But that idea I was telling you about, how like we would just incorporate chimps in like all businesses, and people would be like, "Yeah, I just left your KFC and I ordered a bucket of chicken and there was a turd in there," and they're like, "Oh, I am so sorry about that." They're like, "Yeah, I don't know." They're like, "Would you like to speak to the manager?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'd appreciate that." Like, let me get the manager.
I'm going to transfer you to Kanfu.
And then you just hear,
Kanfu. He's like, Kanfu. The fucking Kanfu, they're like, what the fuck is this? They hang up, try to call back, and then they get another person. Yes, I am Ryan from Muskegon, Michigan. Would you like to talk to my supervisor? No. Yes, please. All right, my supervisor's name is Gringo. And then they transfer you again as another chimp. And they're all pissed off chimps because we send it and it's like an audible voicemail, so they don't have to actually pick up the phone and it just goes to pissed off chimps fighting each other. And that would be a good one too. Like we pick a building, we're like, oh, we're gonna go to the Sears Tower. We take that barrel, both of us go, and we both got our own barrels, and we look like we're delivering something. We're got our name tags and shit, and we're just delivering this barrel. We're like, yeah, we're supposed to meet so and so up at the top floor. Then we go to the top floor, and we just open our barrels. And the monkeys go out, and we just go, see ya. And who knows what's gonna happen? But whatever it is, it's going to make the news, and it's going to be the funnest day of our life.
Now.
And then when they get done, we're still on the bottom, and we just open the door, and they get in, and they're all happy.
One of my favorite things to see in movies, and I know you're going to say it's cruel, but I like to see when the chimpanzees get hurt, and they go, and they pull themselves away. They drag themselves away with one arm. They go, I need to see that. Whether it's real or fake, I'm going to have a chimpanzee do it when I'm rich because it's funny and I like it.
This is when I got gas not too long ago. You can see it.
Oh.
I've seen this on my gas pump.
Those are so cool. I also saw a praying mantis on the side of my house the other day. And I thought it was very beautiful.
And I watched him the whole time. I watched him until he crawled up the whole thing before I left. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I gotta watch him and see what he does.
It's so cute.
So cute.
Leaf bug. Ooh.
Yeah, it's cool that all these creatures have this ability. And it's, stemmed out of survival.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to survive. I've talked about this before about, trees changing their structure, their taste.
Well, that's why the human race is going to fail because naturally
we don't have anything.
Well,
we just have technology.
Well, but not just that though. Naturally, throughout the years, we would be taken out by natural selection. But because of our technology abilities and our compassion and also their stupid bullshit, empathy and everything, we're like, oh, this fucking person that shouldn't even exist right now, we're going to make them exist and then let them have more babies and let them exist and just keep ushering them onto the next generation.
Again, we're in Michigan. That's another thing. I am pissed off. Pissed off is the name of this fucking live episode. I swear to God, if you motherfuckers go out and vote Gretchen Whitmer to be our governor again,
stop it.
You done fucked up. Do you want Michigan to be the same shithole? Then it's not about Republican or Democrat. I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you, this bitch, she's from Lansing, fucking Michigan. She's from Lansing. Did you ever hear fucking commercials where she pretends she's from the UP?
Oh, don't you know?
Don't you know? Yeah. Oh, I'm Gretchen Whitmer.
Shut the fuck up. What a lying cunt piece of shit.
Yeah.
Get her the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
She's a piece of garbage.
She takes big apples and puts them up her butthole.
She went her whole fucking term. She talked about, oh, I gotta fix the damn roads. And then she waits till the last fucking minute. And
fucks everything up.
All the roads up.
Yeah.
You can't get anywhere. It's all fucked up. She's like, oh, I got $25 million. I opened up the schools. Guess what? You also need to close the fucking schools.
Yeah.
How can you open the schools when you close the schools?
All I know is that
How about your dad just opened the schools to begin with, and he wouldn't never had to say that.
Every time I hit a road that's blocked off, I fucking want to
fucking get rid of her. I don't care who you vote for. Just get rid of this cunt.
I hate her.
Get rid of her. I don't care.
She's stupid. If you're a driver, you definitely hate her.
And I'm more pissed off that these motherfuckers that supposedly were going to go murder her are all going to prison for multiple years. It's the FBI did it. The FBI did it. And they do this all the time. They set people up. They hear there's a conspiracy. Oh, you don't like Gretchen Whitmer? Oh, we're going to send these undercover FBI agents, and they're going to come in. They're going to talk. Oh, yeah, we're going to get you money, buddy. We're going to get you money. What kind of weapons do you want? What kind of weapons do you need? We can get it for you. Oh, yeah, we can get it for you. And then all it takes is one person to be friends with these other people, and then the FBI gets everybody.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. They didn't kill her. They didn't try to kill her. They didn't do anything, and they all go to prison. How is that possible? It's because the FBI fucks you over, because that's their job. Their job is to get you. It's like fucking Minority Report, only they don't have any fucking report. All they got is fucking people going, oh, there's a bunch of people. There's this fucking Indian guy he's Muslim or whatever. So we'll talk him into fucking having a cell phone with a bomb in it. We'll figure it out. Or there's a guy that wants to kill the judge because the judge is going to settle a fucking court thing and whatever. And so they set the FBI in there to give them fucking.
They take a peacock feather and they tickle your asshole with it. They tickle your asshole with that peacock feather over and over again until you admit what you did, even though you didn't do it.
Yeah.
And they tickle
There's
your
no
asshole.
bomb. There's no guns. There's nothing. They trick you into buying nothing. They trick you into it on purpose. They trick you into it by telling you they can get you the stuff, and they beg you to do it. And then they arrest you for it. That's what the FBI is. So I hope the FBI comes. I hope the FBI comes to my door. Come to my door and try to tell me, oh, fuck the FBI. Fuck all of them. CIA, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. I'm not a fucking Republican. I don't give a fuck about religion. Fuck all them motherfuckers.
Yeah. And I was just texting somebody.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't even care if you know I was texting somebody because this is our job. We can do what we want. We can text while we're doing this.
Whatever the fuck I want.
And you know
if
what?
I want to kill Gretchen Whitmer, if I want to kill fucking Joe Biden, fucking Dr. Sanjay Gupta, if I want to fucking kill fucking Chris Christie, if I want Donald Trump's anus to be plugged up,
you know what?
That he throws up shit in people's faces.
If I wake up in the middle of the night and I gotta pee and I don't want to go downstairs and there's an empty Gatorade bottle next to my bed, I can pee in it if I want
piss
to.
in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll piss wherever I want.
I'll pee in that, and you know what? I might not even get rid of it the next day. I might let it sit there and mellow up for a day or two. Then I'll get rid of it. You know why?
I'll kill
Because that's
any
the kind of person I am.
if I want to.
Yeah, and you know what? If my eggs say they expired a day or two after I want to eat them, I'll
cook that. I'll eat that.
Yeah, you know why? Because I don't do what no government says.
Government. They put a label on that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to eat it. I don't care if that yogurt says it was from 2017. If it's good and it smells fine, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes I'll have poop stains in my underwear, and I won't bleach them.
Yeah,
they'll still be clean. They'll look like they got poop on them, but they're clean.
You know, all I do is I flip them around a couple different ways, and then all the shit stains just look like a mark that goes down the side of it.
Yeah.
Over time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I do what I want.
I do what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
sometimes you might want to take your poop and shape it like a spear and freeze it, then go outside and stab somebody with it.
Yeah.
You can do that if you want.
Mm-hmm. And I like, I was trying to think of one other thing I was pissed off about. I had it a minute ago and I lost it.
Was it from today? Something that pissed you off today?
I don't think so. I think it's something that pisses me off in general.
Days.
Oh, 4 times, 4 days. He
One pair of underwear can be worn 4 times. 4 days. Yeah, you're right.
That depends on your ass.
Front, back.
If you have an ass to shit leak ratio like I have, you got to do that at least every 2 days.
Yeah.
It's just a guarantee. Because I don't know what it is.
Sometimes,
My stomach's
I'm not ashamed
not
to say this, and I think a lot of people do it. I shop at Goodwill.
Yeah.
And one thing I will never buy at Goodwill.
They never have shit for me.
One thing I'll never buy at Goodwill, which I don't understand why they even sell, is underwears. And sometimes there'll be some tighty whities. Now I understand sometimes they'll have like some in the package that's never been opened. I'd buy those. I'm talking about tighty whities that you could tell they like bleached and like put in the washer and shit.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna wear some tighty whities somebody else already wore. No. Boxers, I still wouldn't want to. If I really had to, I would. But
Yeah,
boxers,
I don't like boxers.
they're more like shorts.
They ride up my crotch and make my balls hurt.
I'm a boxer brief man.
Yeah, boxer briefs.
I'm a boxer brief
That's
man.
how men have to go because there's no other option. What are you just gonna wear briefs? You're gonna have that literally just cups the crotch hole, and that's it. And if you got big balls, that it doesn't work.
Now I'm gonna tell you all something. I wore briefs up until I was probably 18, and I didn't realize sometimes the boxers right up the middle and split the boys. It's
Yeah.
true.
That's what I mean. They fucking
Yeah.
cut your boys.
Now
They cut them.
I didn't really think about anybody seeing me in my tighty whities until I started being with women. Once I started being with women, I was like, I kind of look funny in these briefs. So I got me some boxers, and I realized that it was a whole new world. And that was before I knew about boxer briefs.
Yeah,
I
I was like 12 when I found out about boxers.
Yeah. So I did go to boxers first. Now, my mom, she didn't know I went to boxers, and I was 18 or so. She bought me some briefs, and I'm thinking to myself, I didn't think of nothing of it. I'm like, oh, free underwear. I'm going to wear these. Put them on. The whole day I had them on, I was grumpy, and I didn't realize why. I'm like, why am I such a bad mood? Why am I so angry? And I realized it's because I was constricted. I was constricted from the box and from the briefs.
It's like
I had to take them off. Never went back.
this type of thing.
Now I wear the boxer briefs, and it's the perfect balance. It's the perfect balance.
Boxer briefs, and you can get a bunch of different options. You just regular boxer briefs.
Yeah.
They feel like boxers, but they have the tenderness of the briefs.
They have the
to
support
cup
you
your
need.
Support, yeah. And they make ones where you can stick your balls in. They got ones that you can poke your dick out in.
Yeah.
And they got all kinds of different ones.
Every kind you need. They even got kinds now where they got like this absorbent pad in the back, and when you shit, it absorbs it and it don't stink at all. Yeah, Manscaped. But if you put a little man pond back there, it's got a little pouch. You put your man pond back there, so when you shart, if you're trying not to shit yourself, you shart a little bit, it absorbs that. You just take that pad out, you put a new one in.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to tell you all something on the DL. Okay,
Oh, shit.
I don't tell many people this. I was at my job that I work at now, and some listeners might know where I work. That's okay. And I'm working, and I'm wearing my pants, and I'm driving out to Allegan, when all of a sudden I think that I got a fart, but it's not a fart. It's a shark. And I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do? So I stop at a gas station off the road, and I go in the back of I go to go to the bathroom. The bathroom's closed at the gas station, so I had to go in the porta-john that they conveniently had to the side of the building. And I go in there, and I drop my drawers, and I look to see what the damage is, and it's pretty bad. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna have to.
DEFCON 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to dump these drawers. So yeah, Hershey squirts in my pants. So I took my underwears off, and I threw them down.
Henry.
Yeah, and I threw them down inside the porta-john. And I know what you're saying. You're not supposed to do that, but I was embarrassed, and I was in a panic mode, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm sorry. So I dropped them in there, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm just gonna go commando, But there's a big problem. I had been working the whole day, not knowing that the ass was blown out my pants.
Yeah.
So
And that's the big problem with all those pants.
So I had to put my pants up, and I was holding my shirt down as far as I could, so my ass was covered. And I waddled into the gas station. I'm looking around for something I could repair these pants with. I found Gorilla Tape. So I bought the Gorilla Tape, and they were scalping too. They were definitely capitalizing on this tape.
$15.99.
And I was not happy about it, but there wasn't much I could do. So I took the tape, and I went inside the truck, and I went in the back of the truck, and I shut the door, and I took my pants off. So I'm half naked from the waist down in the back of this work truck. And I had to turn my pants inside out, and I had to basically tape my pants shut with Gorilla Tape and put them back on, and then complete the rest of my day with these pants that I Gorilla Taped back shut with no underwears on underneath. I was not happy. That's what happened. Now you all know. You all know the story.
I still remember that day when I was working by myself. I had the small truck, the 10-foot truck, but they packed it so fucking tight. And there's nowhere for the dolly to go. They didn't give me the good dolly. No, they gave me the old dolly that weighed about 60 pounds, metal and orange. And they put that motherfucker on the top over the cabinets. And I had to deliver. And I get to my first stop somewhere. It wasn't Traverse City. I think it was Ludington, maybe. Somewhere close to Ludington. And it might have been Traverse City. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But out in the shithole area, nice house, but long ass shitty driver. Open the fucking truck up. The first thing that happens, I don't know where that thing is. It drops down and fucking hits me right in the fucking, right here in my fucking arm. The fucking blade of the fucking 60-pound metal orange fucking dolly. Right on my first fucking thing that happens. You know how pissed off I was? If there would have been anybody that worked there that loaded that truck anywhere within 100 feet of me, they wouldn't have survived that day. That was the first thing I dealt with all by myself.
Hey, remember when I burped up that whole mushroom?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt your story.
Well, that's pretty much the story.
We were working together when we worked.
Fucking dolly.
We worked at a lumber / cabinet place, and it was wintertime, and we had just got lunch at some buffet. It was a Chinese food buffet, and we were so full. We got so full. We go to the next job site, and we're outside, and it's wintertime, and I'm so full, and I burp. And as I burp, it's just like a cartoon. A fucking solid mushroom just flies out of my mouth as I burp. It falls on the ground. I burped up a solid piece of mushroom.
Oh, shit.
It was just like a cartoon.
You know, one time I farted an entire plum.
I was plum surprised. It's possible. If you dream it, you can do it.
Yeah, I feel it deep down
in my plums.
Juices just rolling down my chin.
It was like
the
2
boy came down and saw us having sex, and she said,
Gabriel,
no.
I said,
let the boy watch.
Let him learn like I did. I wish that I had
my father did to me, and his father did
before him.
I wish I had one of the funniest videos of all time.
I wish we had rum.
Oh yeah,
Sailor Jerry's.
I thought, it'd be for Christmas. Let's see if they get the Christmas ones. I thought about buying one, but I was working.
Let the boy watch. I could
feel
it down in my plums.
Deep down in my plums.
In my plums.
Jesus.
Like 2 for $1 mark at the farmer's market. 2 for
It's
$1
so funny because the funniest part is, for one, Danny McBride never laughs.
Yeah. And then Craig Robinson is just cracking up laughing. And Will Ferrell. They're both laughing their asses off.
And fucking Danny McBride just like, come on, fuck that. That's not even funny. Danny McBride didn't say that shit.
Danny McBride is hard. Danny McBride's hard.
That's so fucked up. Yeah. It's a good video. Look it up. Deep down in my plums.
Yeah. Poochoo. Yeah.
It's from one scene that's in Eastbound and Down, if you haven't watched that series.
Kenny Powers.
Eastbound and Down. First 2 seasons. Oh, I think they did a 3rd season. First 2 seasons are worth watching.
Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, okay, what do we got? It's 8:52. We'll take about 10 more minutes,
Okay. 10 more minutes.
and then the new Game of Thrones.
Oh, I started watching it, but I was drunk when it first came out, I think, and I don't remember it.
It's this is the deal with the Game of Thrones, the new one. Okay. The House of Dragons. That's what it is. House of Dragons. For one, I get everybody's complaining about it. It starts off with these characters, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden, a third of the way through the season, they decide, oh, we're going to jump 10 years ahead. And then they take the main character, which is the girl that's going to become the queen, and they age her. By aging her, basically they switch her to a different character. They go from a cute ass chick to a girl that's just fine looking. She's okay. She's okay. She's fine.
She's all right.
She's all right. That already doesn't make sense. And then they take her best friend that's in the show in the beginning, and she's some redheaded chick. Whatever. They age her. She becomes better looking in the second iteration of her. But then there's also little kids that come in later, blah, blah, blah. There's her kids and the other girl's kids, and they age them out over time, and then they become like teenagers and shit over time. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But every other fucking character is the same.
Like what way?
They're the same.
They're the same.
Same fucking actors for almost every other fucking character in the whole show except for those two girls and their kids.
Oh.
And they don't even age any of them except for the king.
That's not
All
good.
the rest of them look exactly the same.
That's not good.
That's the beef. Everybody has it that. But, that's fine. I can live with it. It's a fucking show. Who cares? My beef is that every time there's something exciting happening in the show, it never happens and you don't see it.
Like, what do you mean? When someone dies, it don't show?
Pretty much. Like the whole beginning of the show is about these fucking crab people that take over the Stepstones area. And then the brother of the king goes out and he's like, we got to kill these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
He doesn't want to start a war. And this guy's like a crab thing. He looks all weird. He's skinny. And when the people die, the crabs are all inside of their bodies and shit. And it's cool. And I wanted to see the battle. I wanted to see him fight the crab king.
Yeah.
And then he goes and he brings the dragons. He tricks them and gets the dragons to come out. The dragon to come out and kill them and whatever. They go in there and the crab king goes into the cave. He doesn't run. He just goes in the cave to hide.
Yeah.
And he goes in after him to kill him. And then
he comes out with like the head or something.
Yeah, he comes out with half of his body. You missed the whole thing.
Why didn't it show him fight?
And then later, there's other things the same way. Like sometimes you see a dude cut a head off, but it's never a fight. It's always like, oh, we're arguing over who the king and queen is, blah, 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 blah. And then someone will cut someone's head off. And these shit like that. And then there's like there's literally almost no action in the whole entire show. And then the very last episode of the season, and then you got to wait another year. All of a sudden, the best action happens, and you finally get to see dragons do something. You waited all this time.
Do they have sex?
No.
Oh.
I don't want to spoil it for everybody because it's a new show.
All right.
But there's dragons involved, and something really bad happens, and then you're like, fuck, finally, let's see everybody get murdered and fight. And then the show's over.
Well, hopefully it gets better.
And then it goes to my favorite part. It's at the end of the show. It shows a face. An emotional face.
What are those things there? Dragons?
Possibly.
They look like dragons. Oh, I like
Emotional
those.
faces. My favorite thing. When you go, bam to
Dragons.
somebody's face and go, and then someone's like,
Oh.
They're like, don't give me the
Just so
fucking
you
face.
know, I'm the Clit commander.
The Clit
Whenever
commander.
you see Clit, you see this,
See this
fucking
fucking
face.
face.
I like to take that shit and go, oh, you little
yeah,
fuck. Oh, you
I'm
like
gonna
that.
call you. What's he talking? I don't remember.
I don't
I
know.
haven't seen the new Clerks yet.
I haven't seen it either because I'm afraid. I'm afraid to watch the new Clerks, and I'm not ashamed to say that.
Poo poo kitty fuck.
Boo boo kitty fuck. Boo boo. It's not poo poo.
Boo boo kitty fuck.
Dude, Elias looks way different.
Yeah, he's
he looks
old and fatty.
He looks completely different. Like
Yeah.
isn't recognizable. That's crazy.
And the other guys still look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
Brian Hicks.
Everybody else.
Yeah, Jeff Anderson.
And I think it's got what's her name in it from the first Clerks.
Rosaria Dawson.
No, from the first Clerks.
You
Megan
mean
Anderson.
Oh
I think
yeah.
I think she's in it too.
I mean, I'll watch it. I'm just afraid.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's easy.
They're supposed to make a Tusk Part 2 also.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Tusk was funny, but it wasn't a good movie.
No. I haven't seen Yoga Hosers.
Just like Yoga Hosers, it was an awful
I never watched
awful movie.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
You know what movie I do like?
It was kind of funny. Skinny.
Yeah,
Bob.
you're right.
He is skinny, Bob.
One movie I do like that a lot of people haven't watched, surprisingly, is that Kevin Smith did was Red State.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
I like that movie. If you haven't watched Red State, it's not a comedy.
Yeah,
true
story.
I wouldn't say it's a horror movie per se, but either way, it's a really good movie. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, Red State, and then Vulgar the Clown.
I don't know if I've seen that. I don't think I've seen Vulgar the
That's
Clown.
Brian O'Halloran, who's in Clerks, the main guy. He's a clown, and then he comes up with this idea because he's not good at a clown. I think he comes with an idea to be like a joke clown, and then he gets up. It's a weird movie. I think it's also black and white, like Clerks, and it's worth watching. It's decent.
Have you? What was it? I always wanted to do this clip. I always want to do this clip where it's this clown, and he's not really a real clown. He's just like he's like a con artist. But these parents are like, "Where's the clown? Where's he coming?" And this clown comes, and he's like in a half-assed clown costume, and he's like, "All right, I'm here." He's like, "All right, first for me to show you the first trick." We gotta go to the bathroom. He sits on the toilet and he's like, what's your favorite animal? And this kid's like, and he's like, hurry up, think quick. And he's like, okay, a giraffe. And he's like, okay, and then he pulls it. He sits, he gets off the toilet. He gets off the toilet and he's like, it's more of a snake, but you can use your imagination, right? And the kid's like, the kid's crying. He's like, oh, wait. Don't cry. Oh, I'm about to see a dog? No, he goes, I'm about to make it disappear. And he closes the lid and he goes, hocus pocus. And he pushes the thing down. He goes, whoosh. And he goes, Alakazam, look, it's gone. And the kid's like, and then the dad's like, you're a phony. He's like, okay. He's like, I want my money back. He's like, no, wait. I'll do a magic trick, okay? It's gonna be good, all right? And he's like, okay. He's like, all right. He's like, give me your wallet. He's like, okay. He's like, all right. I'm about to make this wallet disappear. And they're like, oh. And he's like, all right, abracadabra. Runs away. He's like, hey, you come back here.
He's got a little one of those little scooters.
Yeah.
They're chasing it. Don't let him get away.
I thought that'd be funny. It would be funny.
But I was thinking too, he's like, you don't like the giraffe didn't turn out the way I thought to. He's like, I think I got a little dog. He's like, you hear it splash. Yeah, there it is. Look at it.
What if he's like, it's a dragon, a fudge dragon.
He's like, you like Game of Thrones, kid? I'm about to make a big old dragon for you.
A big old fat dragon.
He's like, you can see the scales. I ate a lot of corn last night.
I think our time's up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you
I'm sorry
that our time is up today.
I want to watch there's like a Barney documentary.
Oh,
I wanna
yeah.
watch it. Something about Barney would have like drugs in his tail
Yeah.
while he's doing the show. I want to see. We need to find out how evil Barney was.
Evil Barney.
And comedian Tim Dillon, he's gay. He's one of my favorites. He was on the Barney Show as an actor when he was like.
If you guys haven't seen the
12
movie Death to Smoochie, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
I like that movie. It's got Edward Norton and Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
That's a good movie. It's
Different.
It's kind of like the reason why I thought about it is because it's kind of like Barney, where like it's basically Edward Norton's like Barney, but he's something else, some other animal.
What's that other show? God damn it, I forget what it's called now. It's the show. It was on. I think it started on Netflix. I don't know if it's there anymore. Where they had like this purple unicorn that would fly around, and it was what's his name? What's the short fat comedian that's on like Marvel?
Patton Oswalt?
Patton Oswalt, yeah. He's the little unicorn thing. And then the guy's a drunk, but he's a cop. He used to be a cop or something. He's like trying to solve this mystery, but he's the only one that can see this unicorn thing.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That show was really good. First season. The first season was awesome. The second season
Is it called Happy?
Or Happy, something? Yeah, that is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's not the one. There is a show with Elijah Wood where he's got an imaginary dog. Yeah, and that looks good. I never watched that.
No, that's funny as hell, too.
That looks good. But no, there's one where it's called Happy, and this guy's got an imaginary unicorn.
It's the guy from, like, Law and Order.
Yeah. But I got to go because I got to pee.
Yeah. I got to go because I got to take someone to work. Yeah. And then I got to go to sleep and go to work.
Wilford, yeah.
We'll be back.
Yes. Thank you for watching.
Freaking Nanner
Show.